I'm back, bitch. Welcome back to my review of everything Star Wars. Welcome back to my review of everything Star Wars, where I'm working my way through the entire canon media timeline of Star Wars. Last time, we talked about the chunk of stuff between episodes 1 and 2, Attack of the Clones. But since then, a lot of stuff has come out, and we got to go backwards because it's time to talk about the High Republic. It's time to talk about the High Republic. It's time to talk about the High Republic. The High Republic is a series of books that have come out in the past year or two, or I don't know. Time is meaningless. I have no idea how long they've been coming out, but I've been reading them the whole time, and they're really good books. If you haven't read the High Republic, what are you doing? Well, let me tell you about them. It all starts off. That's the wrong fuck. The new beginning of our timeline is some comics in the High Republic Adventures annual that are I can't talk about them unless I've talked about the rest of it. They're okay. But what really kicks it off is Charles Soule's The Light of a Jedi. This is a good book. Seriously, if you've never read a Star Wars book, read this book. It's good shit. Up next, Into the Dark. This is actually my favorite book of all of this, in all seriousness. This is my favorite book. It's a young adult novel, but I don't give a it's good. Young adult doesn't mean bad by any means. This book made me care about a rock. Test of Courage. It's also good. What's next? The first chunk of the comic books, baby. Woo! They're good. High Republic Adventures. The Adventures comic. It's more for kids, but the High Republic don't give a shit. Yeah, these characters are going to be important in all of the books, so you got to read it anyways. You got to read all of it. All of it. I mean, all of it. But it's worth it because they're good. But you got to read all of it. Next up is another comic book. This one's called The Monster of Temple Peak. It follows this gal, Ty Yorick. She's got a lightsaber and she wields the Force, but she ain't no Jedi. She's a monster hunter. Next, they made a manga. I forgot this existed. I haven't read it. Whoops. Next up, we have RPG Duet Rise. Next up, we have Cavan Scott's The Rising Storm. This is the next of the actual series of books. It's my least favorite of all the books. That's not true. It's my least favorite of all of the core 3 novels. But it's still pretty good. Real sad ending. It's real sad. Next, we got the next junior reader novel. This one's Race to Crash Point Tower. This is straight up. Some of these kid books have actually been pretty good for being kid books. This one's my least favorite. Nothing. It doesn't really add anything to the story, like at all. We get to meet this kid, Ram Jam Jamaram. That's his name. Out of the Shadows. I like the young adult novels. This one's not as good as Into the Dark though. Then we got some more of the comic books. This lady's name is Orla Jareni. She got the Rey lightsaber from, the Rey lightsaber, the bad Rey light, but they made it good. And we got some more of the Adventures comics. These little kids rule. Whoops, part 2. What we got next? Tempest Runner. Starlight's falling out of the sky. Titanic meets Star Wars. Then what's next? A bunch of stuff I haven't read yet because I've been busy. I've been really busy. Life just kind of keeps moving. Before you know it, years and years and years have passed, and you haven't made a YouTube video. You haven't been reading the canon timeline of Star Wars. You have a job and bills and responsibilities. And your parents get remarried, and that's cool. It's cool, good for them. I'm glad they're happy, but, you know, I don't really talk to my family that much anymore.